Be happy, be healthy, be your best.
So I want to talk to you tonight about honeybees, just a little bit. I'm actually going to introduce you to a website you can go to that is a fantastic honeybee farm, and you are welcome to get in touch with them. They are just a fantastic resource when it comes to honey and honeybees. In fact, I got this guy there. Got a bobblehead. I saw it and I absolutely loved it. The place that I went and visited is called Hanson Honeybee Farm, and they are just an absolutely wonderful, wonderful place just outside of Colorado Springs to go and visit. I was privileged to go with my brother and take a tour, and they have so many resources there. They are a family-owned business, and they just have everything there. They have an equipment hut. They encourage people to even start their own little beekeeping hobby at their own home if they have a place that's suitable for it. And they have just these really cool rooms that you could go in that have all the different education about the honeybees. And they've got bunches of hives there, and you can ask them almost any question you'd want to know about honey, about honeybees, about hives, and they are just extremely knowledgeable, very gracious, have an absolute love for the business that they're running as a family.
Be happy.
So here we are. This is Mark, and this is Barb. And it's the Hanson Honeybee Farm. And I am here because my podcast is Be Happy, Be Healthy, Be Your Best. And so what better thing to do than to interview some experts on raising bees, taking care of bees, making awesome honey, and just in general having a complete passion for how bees' lives are. So we're just gonna take a tour, and we're gonna see what they're up to, what the buzzword of the day is, and we're just gonna go from there. So enjoy, here we go.
Oh, I should have hit record.
Lifetime, each bee makes 1/12 of a teaspoon. In its entire lifetime. It makes 1/12 of a teaspoon.
So we were just saying that I asked him, is it the right, what I've heard, that it takes a bee to fly the distance of once around the world in order to make a teaspoon of honey?
Yeah.
Well, now I realize it's
going to
lot
be more.
than
It's going to be
bees,
more than.
but it still is around the world distance to
Oh
make
gosh,
a
yeah.
teaspoon.
Yes. So to give you an idea, 1 pound of honey, 1 pound of honey is 2 million flowers. They visited 2 million flowers to equal that 1 pound of honey.
See, and I know people that have no they have no clue.
Oh, it's hard work. I mean, and it's what makes them such good pollinators. It's what makes them so important. It's the reason why they are so good at pollinating. You look at on here, they show the pollination, and they show some humans up in a tree, and it's kind of a funny thing. You'll see in China and stuff, they've tried, manually pollinating fields. Well, it is them literally with like a feather brush trying to do what honeybees do naturally. They've tried another thing that's out there that they're trying out on some of the almond fields was they're trying drones, having drones go out there and pollinate. Still not as effective. Still not as effective as 2 hives per acre, which almond fields are for pollination and getting it done. So the bees track onto a source so quickly and so well. That's what makes them such an amazing animal for it. So I had mentioned the waggle dance to you. When a bee goes out, they can fly up to 5 miles away and come back within a couple feet of their hive. I can't find my car in the Walmart parking lot, but they can fly 5 miles away and come back. But they can come. What happens is they'll come back and let's say they found a field of flowers. So it's amazing. Check this out. They will come back and they want to tell all their friends. Keep in mind, it's dark. There's no lights in here. They don't talk to each other. Well, the way they communicate is through dancing. So they do this waggle dance, that is basically the angle of the sun to gravity, and the amount of wiggles is how far it is. And they go, hey, you go this far, waggle, and then you turn here, and they will tell them all in this dance where to go. And it's funny, you'll have one bee find a source, like we do. We feed here some of our bees sugar water just to get them started, and it'll start off with one bee, and then 5 minutes later there's 100 bees. After 15-20 minutes we'll have thousands of bees on it, and it's because the one bee came back and told them, hey, check this out, there's food here. And it's the same thing that they do with the pollination. They put them on the pollination fields, almonds, apples, peaches, oranges, you name it. They put them on those fields, and they do the exact same thing. They're like, oh, we got this food source, it's right here, check it out. And they go to town on it. So
That brings me to a whole different question, there's the controversy between honey that's raw, honey that's cooked. And recently there was I read an article about a sting on health food stores and whatever, where they went in and investigated, and they found that a bunch of the bottles that were labeled raw honey actually came from China.
Yes.
And had what's the word, propolis?
Propolis or pollen inside.
It had nothing in it.
Correct.
Nothing. So
Yep.
it was cooked, it was strained, it wasn't raw, it was just bottled. And yet it had been mislabeled and put in. So
Yes.
they were just
So one of the biggest things, and you'll hear this from American honey producers and everything else, we can't keep up with international because there's no regulation internationally. There's a couple of angles that come from here. Number one, you have the U.S. producer that has all the costs and regulations that come from the state to make sure that we get a good product. You'll also hear a lot of us say buy local. Why? Because I know exactly where my honey comes from. I can show you exactly where it comes from and everything else. The problem with foreign honey is, number one, we don't know where it's from. We don't know what pesticides are in it. The bees could bring everything back. There's 1,100 different minerals, vitamins, and everything else. Royal jelly and everything, when they cap that off there, that's when she'll release the pheromone and everything, and that'll actually be the signal to the old queen, hey, it's time to go. It's time to get out of here. So here you've got pollen. There's pollen. You see little pockets of that here. And then, of course, we've got here honey on the outside, and then they make their brood on the inside type of thing. So, I mean, to give you an idea, so feel how heavy that is there. Not too shabby. All right, let's switch. Let's see how heavy honey is. Little bit of a difference. Little bit of a difference. So yeah. So it's it's one of those, as we go through. There's definitely weight that comes into it. Each one of the boxes, 100 pounds, easy. This here shows when they build comb and don't listen to us. For I don't know why. So in a perfect world, they're building comb like this. Well, they decided to do this conglomerate. I don't know why. Just decided to do it. And then you've got this where we forgot to put a frame in. Well, they're gonna build on this no matter what. So this is where they're actually building it up on there. So yeah.
And that's what the top one is too?
Yep, that's what the top one is. Top one we actually had.
That one went for a little bit.
So this one went for a little. We kind of let them go. We actually had there were queen. So we make what we call a queen bank. Remember how I tell you there's only one queen? Mm-hmm. Well, we make a hive so there's no queen in it, and then we put our mated queens in there. So we'll put a few hundred queens just to hold them, and their attendants will take care of them. Well, this was our queen bank. Well, they decided to comb around the queens that were in their little cages. It was great fun taking them out, trust me. But yeah, they decided, okay, we're smarter than you, we're gonna fill it all in, type of thing. So yeah.
These are fun little creatures.
They are. They are absolutely amazing. I mean, that's where you're running into, like here we just got, this is all burr comb, and all this is just comb that they put in the wrong place, and we scrape it up and everything. To make this, it is they will produce between 7 to 10 flakes of wax in 24 hours. That takes a lot to do that. So to give you an idea, it takes 8 pounds of honey to make 1 pound of wax. So yeah, this is some valuable stuff that they have there. So because in the long run, it ends up being it's quite the effort to make all of this. That's why their population is so high. Hey, 50,000 bees sounds like a lot, and it is. But you know that how to put this? Many hands make light work. That's exactly what this is. You know, so they know that if they have a high population, a lot gets done. If they have low population, they know a lot doesn't get done.
It was a very windy day, so the footage is a little bit noisy, but it was just the best time ever. My brother and I got to ask them all kinds of questions, and they got to point out different things to us about bees. And
Be happy.
On wind. Number 2, just to keep everybody out.
so you just do a little enclosure.
Yeah, do a little enclosure. You're fine. A little. In fact, you know what? A lot of people just use a garden fence. You just want to keep them away a little bit. That's all. You can go right up to the hive, and generally they'll leave you alone. We try to back them off 5-10 feet at least. So. Or what are they doing on the side?
There's a pool.
Oh, is there? Oh, are they filling it with? Oh, yeah. There's a hole in the house, so they're backing it in.
They're fixing it.
Yeah. A hole in the house.
I've always been a very hard worker, and I'm never happy unless I'm doing something. And once I figured out that Deborah in Hebrew meant honeybee busy
Oh, that makes a
worker,
lot
I
of
said,
sense.
Mom, you're the one that did it. From the minute I was born, I was doomed. I can't stop working. I have to always be doing something. Yeah, busy bee, honeybee, busy worker. There you go.
Outstanding.
Oh. So needless to say, that's part of why I've always liked bees.
Good.
Can't be labeled as a honeybee from birth.
That's
not like bees.
not like me.
Be happy.
So this is the only bee barn. It is amazing what is in here that they produce and hand make and is available to you to get online or in person. So just take a look. Barb, tell us some of what's here.
So we do have our honey. We have our alfalfa honey as well as our wildflower honey. And then with the beeswax, we make the lip balm, hand butter, lotion bars, Jake's paw balm, beard balm, cute little candles. Everybody needs a gnome candle. And as well as our wax melts. And then of course, there is always our bee swag and farm bling.
If you can't make it out here, there's always HansonHoneybee.com.
Yeah, online, you guys. You can get all this stuff online.
Get in touch with them because they do have a store on their property, and they do ship the things that they make out of the different products from the bees across the country. Please click on the link and investigate further their bee farm, because it's a really, really great place to go to see and to learn from. And just as a side note, you always hear that Einstein said that once the bees disappear, that humanity's basically gone down the drain. Well, it turns out that that saying didn't start until many, many years after Einstein died. So Einstein actually did not originate that saying about the bees disappearing and it being a catastrophe for the human race. But most people that look into that history think that if he could have, he would have very much agreed with that statement.
Be happy. Be healthy. Be your best.
So we've come a long way since we started doing the podcast as far as filming and different things. But when I decided to do the podcast, one of the first things I did was go outside of Colorado Springs and do a bee farm. In the process of doing it, my brother, Derek, who's 16 years younger than me. I actually brought him home from the hospital. We've been really close because he kind of bonded with me the first couple of weeks my mom was in the hospital. But at any rate, he has this bizarre far side sense of humor. And he was the one filming this first podcast because he arranged it with the people at the bee farm. Well, needless to say, when he and I are together, things usually go south as far as far side humor, and we start having a lot of things that end up being pretty blooper worthy. So I just wanted you to enjoy some of the things that were behind the scenes when we were trying to do the film at the bee farm. Enjoy.
All right, let me see.
Mark.
Think about this. What angle do I want?
Honeybee.
I think I want it like,
Right?
Yeah.
I got it. Mark.
maybe I should go
Yeah.
like this instead.
Yep. You're
We
making
switched
me
on you.
nervous here. Like, so this is hello. How are you? There could be many takes to this.
So, are you ready?
Sure.
Or are you already doing this?
Yeah, I'm going.
You're already
For a
doing this?
while.
Okay. Not good at formal,
No.
so.
Hey, who are you guys?
Huh?
I'm just an innocent AI camera or something.
All right, so how do I do this?
I don't know.
However
Talk-
you want to do your.
Hey.
Now here's I will tell you this, and this is something we just like you were saying you're.
Oh, that's funny.
We'll put you in the suit. We'll put you in the. We'll put you in the middle of the field.
But not the regular
Okay.
suit, the one
Not
with
the-
the white suit with
yeah.
the padded wall thing.
You're gonna put-
It's a different suit.
No, but we'll actually dig into some hives next time you're out here, and
Yeah.
and do some beekeeping.
No,
Maybe
I
some-
think I was telling her I'll come back and just do a short clip on one of the classes, and
Mhm.
I'll bring Lily Gracer, and
Right.
here I'll
Ask-
show you.
Ask him about this barn thing and if this, like, can I get this if I'm not here physically?
I did that when I was in there.
But you're doing it now.
I'm doing it now. Okay. All right. So what am I doing? What am I doing?
This is our bee barn.
Yeah.
Your what?
Bee barn.
This is the
Okay.
one
Yeah,
and
'cause-
only bee barn.
The
Right.
one and only bee barn.
Are you filming?
Yeah.
Yeah, but start when you want to start, and then
Okay,
we'll just chop stuff
okay,
up. Like,
go ahead.
yeah.
All right.
Or I'll make outtakes, which will make people laugh. Go ahead.
Jeez
Okay.
Louise.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, can you just be responsible and get the filming going? Okay, here we go.